every single jump.
That's a teacher election.
See, can even say his name. He's the one that should be anonymous.
Actually.
And I want to remain anonymous.
Every dump, every pit stop, every loss, every victory,
You're right.
every single sport
What's wrong?
will be watching.
You want what? Smooth?
Inside the locker.
Oh, okay.
Inside the locker.
I don't know what it is.
Let's go. It's Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life, and time for today's edition of the Locker Room 981.
My name is Valentine Ohu.
I am Ayo Myro SA. And on the show, as always, we have the one and only
Tiger
Onojafe.
Tiger Supreme!
Where's the applause?
Oh,
Where's the
sorry.
celebration?
Sorry. We should never ever forget.
And the crowd goes
Thank you.
wow.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
That's more like it. Now I feel comfortable. So, I'm happy. I'm happy. Good morning, everybody. Hope your day is going great.
Yeah. Thank you
It's
for
about to get better
Yes.
because Super Eagles won, so you have no opportunity.
Ah.
You don't have no chance to be upset.
Tiga, you should actually have come in here with like drinks and food and
pizzas.
Am I the one that they give 10 million?
Are you not? I'll call your mother. I'll tell Tiga to stop showing.
Tell my mother. Tell her.
How can she be showing on TV and then she'll not bring something for her? Oh, by
Even
the
the
way,
Super Eagles didn't buy us drinks. What are you saying?
At least small chops.
Oh my
You can watch live the action in the studio here on Smooth 98.1. Just type Smooth FM Lagos in the search box, subscribe. Remember, the halftime show is what's most important, so don't miss that conversation.
That's right. And you can send in your comments to us through our WhatsApp platform 0809 444 0981.
Right.
Let the locker room crew come in. All right, so let's get on to our first story for today. And we are starting off with what you would imagine.
Yes, Captain Ahmed Musa celebrated his 100th cap for Nigeria with a precious win that took the Super Eagles to a firm position at the top of Group C of the African race of the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. A 75th minute own goal by Cape Verde earned Nigeria a 2-1 win in their qualifying clash in Mindelo on Tuesday, a result that stabilized the Super Eagles' leadership of the pool as they await a home and away fixture against Central African Republic next month.
Okay, I would say this. There's one thing in that statement that's not certain, and that's the 100 caps. So, here is what it is. Here is where the confusion about Ahmed Musa is.
Okay.
So, at the last game against Liberia, when we spoke to him, he said that was supposed to be his 100. That game was going to, before the match. He said that was going to be his 100 cap if he played. He came in as a substitute, so that should have been 100 cap, Abi.
Yes.
Well, that's what I thought. It turns out, however, that the media officer of the NFF sent out a communication saying that this match is the 100th cap, not that match. So while we are still saying, okay, maybe this is the 100th cap, then FIFA comes out with their own record. And they say he's on 98 caps. Because FIFA, for some reason, are not counting the friendly against Togo and one suspended match against Algeria.
But what qualifies a cap?
I don't, when you feature his cap, but I don't know.
So friendly is not an official match, maybe.
But they counted other friendlies.
Maybe the other ones were friendlier than this.
So I don't. So again, so I don't know. I don't know when his 100 cap is. But what NFF is doing is that they're recognizing this match as his 100 cap. But officially on the FIFA record is 98. So
That's what Emeka just said
yes,
to us.
it's 98. And by my count, according to Ahmed Musa, is 101. So whatever the cap is, there's a cap. We just don't know. We don't know what the cap is. But what is certain was the result of yesterday, and that one ended 2-1 in favor of the Super Eagles, and that means they have 6 points and they are on top of the group. For me, this is not a big deal. So in other years they just have the groups, and then if you finish top of the group, you go to the World Cup. This year it's a little tricky. So they have the groups, and then when you finish top of the group, then you now play the playoffs, qualifying to go to the World Cup. So that's where the big issue is. If we had to face countries like Cote d'Ivoire, Algeria, Egypt, can we beat them? and go to the World Cup. So for us, that's the big one. But of course, it's important to be at the top of your group so that you even get a chance to try and qualify. So for me, this group, they're bringing the results that I expected the Super Eagles of Nigeria to bring. They say there are no minions in football, but really, I expect Nigeria to beat Cape Verde. I expect Nigeria to beat Liberia, and I expect them even more so to beat Central African Republic, if not for anything else. Just the fact that
No, but you know, when we spoke on Monday, you had said that number one, the fact that it was a local team that was going to Cape
yes.
Verde,
So,
and that Cape
but
Verde,
well,
they've
no,
done well.
not the local team. It was a different team.
Oh, sorry. Well,
So
home team.
no, they are international players in that team.
Oh, really?
Lots of it. They're just not from the UK.
Oh, right.
So yes, we had 8 players from
Yeah.
the UK. So 8 players gone.
Mhm.
And then we had 2 more players drop off because of that. So their first result for the COVID-19 tested positive, so they couldn't fly with the team. However, they took the COVID test again that night, and the result was negative. But they had, I mean, they missed the chartered flight, so they didn't go. So we actually dropped 10 players to go for this trip. So imagine a team that changed 10 players.
That's a whole team.
That's
Almost a whole
yeah,
team,
almost
yeah.
a whole team without goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That's almost a whole team. So we dropped it. We went without 10 players that we had gone with for the first match. So you expected that there was going to be a difference. So that's what I was talking about. The team will be changed, not necessarily local, but changed. And so it was a changed team, but I mean, the result was still the same, a victory, even if there was no clean sheet. And of course, it again brought to the fore some questions about VAR, because there was a penalty, in my opinion, that should have been given, that wasn't given. Again, referee wasn't facing the action. I don't know what this assistant referee was looking at. But there was a foul in the 18-yard box, a high boot to Awaziam's head that wasn't given as a penalty.
Yeah.
I do not understand it. Then the goal scored by Cape Verde, from my angle, from the way I saw it, it looked offside all day, every day.
Yeah.
It was given. But they gave us back our own goal, so I forgive them. Their own goal was the victory goal, so I forgive them. So again, the questions about VAR in Africa, you have to understand that a lot of countries cannot afford it. So if Egypt can afford it, so you mean when you go to Egypt you use VAR, when you come to then the competition is not fair, or it's not equal. And so they can't use VAR, even if some countries can afford it and some can't. So we will sort out all that drama eventually, but it's something that CAF needs to look into when they're talking about development of the game. But then again, they don't even have revenue.
Wow.
I don't know how they're going to get money. But the good news is the Super Eagles are top of their group, 6 points clear, and their next 2 matches against Central African Republic. That should be 6 points.
6 points
Ortega, be
in the
humble.
bag.
Check
Don't,
out the
don't speak
Collins'
too soon.
message. Google said whether 99 caps, 100 caps, 101 caps, someone is capping. I don't know if it's Musa or the NFL.
Ah, my brother. And then Ronson says, what a spectacular own goal. Plus, what's your take on the kick on the head of Awaziem in the first half?
I just spoke about it now.
just
That's the
about-
VAR.
penalty and
Yeah,
red card.
yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go on away from that to some tennis. Leila Fernandez delivered another stunner to reach the last 4 of a Grand Slam for the first time. Russian second seed Medvedev, chasing his first Slam title, eliminated 117th ranked Dutch qualifier Botic van de Zandschulp. 636 love 4675 at Arthur Ashe Stadium. Medvedev said, I just want to do a little bit better than the last 2 times and get this extra step, which is the toughest one actually.
Yeah, so huge one for Medvedev to get to this level. Again, you would say, when you look at his talent and when you look at his discipline and the way he plays, it's shocking that he's struggling, to get to finals of slams. He seems the player to be getting there a little more regularly, but the ATP is not an easy feat, especially for the next gen. The next gen, they are just cancelling themselves out as opposed to cancelling the big 3 out.
Yeah.
So it was good to see him make it through. I mean, on paper, it was always going to be Medvedev, but because of the way this US Open has turned on some tricky results, I don't even know. We didn't know what to expect from there. So really huge one for Medvedev making it through. In other news, another surprise contender, Alcaraz, the 18-year-old, who stunned Sissipas and made it all the way to the quarterfinals, had to withdraw yesterday against
Oh.
Felix Oje Aliassime. He was already losing 6-3, 3-1. So he had a muscle injury and he couldn't continue. But again, that's what happens when you're trying to achieve really great feats. Your body may not be ready for where your mind is ready to go. So it's something that he will, of course, look at and work on. But what a great run he's had at the US Open. But for Leila Fernandez, man, the scalps on that girl's shoulder. She took Naomi Osaka, Angelique Kerber, and Elena Svitolina. And no, you have to understand, when you take down Naomi Osaka, everybody's wary of you. So it's not like they're surprised by you. It's not like they're shocked. They came there to make sure you don't take their scalp too. So this girl is not surviving these people. Leila Fernandez is beating this girl's hand down. It's like she is. They're bringing their best game, and she's just topping it effortlessly.
It makes sense. It impresses you from what I see.
Look, yesterday I was saying whatever happens in this match, I'll take it. She has come all the way here. By the time she started playing, I was saying, Svitolina, you have to go home. You have to go home now because she faced adversity in between her serves, in between the game. She was leading 5-2 in the third set, and then Svitolina came up to make it 5-all. So at that point, you think that she doesn't have the moment to carry through. No, she found herself again and won that match. So for me, it is the way she's not surviving match after match. She is absolutely destroying these girls in the top play. I don't know that she can repeat it in the next tournament. I don't even know that she can repeat it in a 250 tournament. What I know is that for this US Open, she's now my favorite. But of course, I'm sure she's going to meet another obstacle. Maria Sakkari also made it through yesterday. So big one today. Today's own match is the one that I can't wait to watch. It's Matteo Berrettini against Novak Djokovic.
Wow.
Will next gen get Novak Djokovic? Or will, I don't know, it's the last match today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
which is around 2-3 a.m.
Ridiculous o'clock.
No. I'll hear from you. On Friday.
Exactly.
So really huge one at the US Open, but fantastic all through. Just watching these young stars come through the ranks.
Excellent. Chimobi Victor says, congrats to the Super Eagles of Nigeria for the victory against Cape Verde. Many never saw that result as most of our key players weren't available for the game. For the first time, Brother Raw successfully earned his September salary with that victory. That was the part that was
Brother Raw. I love it.
What?
Okay, so now let's get to Russell. Now, George Russell will replace Valtteri Bottas and race for Mercedes next season in an all-British lineup with 7 times world champion Lewis Hamilton. The Formula One team said this yesterday, Tuesday. The news was entirely expected and effectively confirmed when Bottas, who's 32 years, announced on Monday his switch to the Alfa Romeo team. In his words, Russell, on 23, was quoted as saying, "I'd be lying if I said I wasn't absolutely buzzing. It's a huge opportunity for me and one I want to grab with both hands."
Yes, now the race really begins for Lewis Hamilton. If he thinks this year has been tough with his fight against Max Verstappen, imagine fighting your own teammate for the sport. Now, Lewis Hamilton is a 7-time world champion. I almost said 8-time world champion. I think I've crowned him. He's a 7-time world champion. So of course, if you were Mercedes and you had to stake a bet, you'd say, let's go with the 7-time champion. But George Russell has outperformed his Williams car. Just qualifying weekend after weekend. They call him Mr. Saturday for a reason. Because even if his car is not supposed to be the fastest on the grid, he's always found a way to push himself into Q3 and just get himself in a good position for Saturday. On Saturday, race pace is completely different, but he's outperformed his Williams car. He's shown that hunger, he's shown that drive, he's shown that little bit of expertise. And so you can imagine if you put him in a Mercedes, what he would do. So it's not like Mercedes want him to sit back, because for Mercedes, their first motive would be to win the Constructors' Championship. Drivers' Championship will come later, but our most important, our priority would be to win the Constructors' Championship. So if they have 2 drivers that are battling each other and are outperforming week in, week out, is great for Mercedes.
Yeah.
For the drivers, though, it can be nerve-wracking. And for Lewis Hamilton, who's always had a Valtteri Bottas who kind of played the team game, and Valtteri Bottas had to play the team game because he wasn't fast in the first place. Like I said earlier, he looked like he was driving a station wagon when everybody else was driving an F1 car. But but he had to play the team game sometimes, and so he was the more amiable one. But for George Russell, who is hungry, who is just starting his career and looking to win podiums and win championships, it's going to be a totally different kettle of fish when it comes up against Lewis Hamilton next season. So if Lewis Hamilton is signed through to 2022 and 2023, so he's going to have to bring it because the young ones are ready.
They are coming.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton is 36 this year, so 37, 38. The young ones are coming for you.
There's 36 next year.
He was born in 1985 until he's 36.
Is it 85 or 86?
He was born in 1985,
Okay,
January
okay.
1985.
Put some respect on the name.
Oh, I know. Okay, he's January 7th.
Because he's
Yeah.
5 years
Oh,
younger
okay.
than I am. I know.
Yeah,
wow.
I thought because I thought we're the same age. I think he was even born on my birthday, so January 7th.
I thought he was the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was born on your birthday,
Yeah.
but he's not the same year.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Why?
listen.
You want to
You want
That's different continents.
So yeah, he's 36.
Alright.
So I think so. It's going to be a tough one. I mean, at 36, you're not. That's supposed to be the twilight of your career. You're not really supposed to be competing for championships, but you're Lewis Hamilton in a Mercedes. Everybody expects you to compete for championships.
All right, I always love to read that was comment on Formula One. It says Lewis Hamilton has nothing to prove anymore. He's done it all. I cannot but agree with you with my birthday.
But
I knew it.
So let's go on a break and we'll come back. We'll continue. We have some updates for you on FIFA, perhaps holding Tournament World Cup every
Yeah.
2 years.
yeah, and you can
halftime
call
show.
in on that one. Yes.
Yes.
And the
I-
halftime show, so you should watch on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube. Head on to YouTube.
So yeah, if people
So
keep
every
saying
2 years.
that's what they want to start doing. They don't have.
That doesn't make sense.
It's too much now.
No, that FIFA, which
No. Please, we want our husbands back. Please.
No. It's not. It's not their fault. It's Arsene Wenger. It's people that fired him from Arsenal. You see, Arsene Wenger doesn't have work, so he's looking for work every 2 years. It's people that fired him. Someone should hire him as coach. He won't pursue this thing again.
Who is
So
the
Arsene Wenger is like
coach?
head of technical committee something. So he's the one proposing it, and he's proposing it to such a way that they're going to make some changes to qualifying, which is going to make it equally
Oh my
ridiculous. So you can see.
goodness.
So the way they want to do it, I think the qualifying will be ridiculous.
Why would they leave such a decision to Arsene Wenger when he could not do things like Arsenal?
No. Arsene Wenger is a professor in the game. You can't disrespect
I know.
him.
I
He just
don't
needs a
care.
job.
Yeah. So let me think. Let me
So
stop
Arsenal, you
around.
see, Cristiano Ronaldo has gone back
Yeah.
to
You think he'll come
Manchester
back to
United.
Arsenal?
So Arsene Wenger should go back to
Like,
Arsenal.
we should open
The
the
return of the
phone line
legend.
for- we should open the phone line and say, will you take him back? If Arsene Wenger, they will not take him back. They will not take him back.
Wait. Arsenal would rather have an Arsene Wenger now than a Mikel
I don't
Arteta.
think so. I don't think so. I think that with Arteta, they are hopeful. He's young. Okay, that they're trying to see what he's doing. Arsene Wenger is not a.
What are you talking about? Who is hopeful? With how many Arsenal fans do you know that are hopeful?
My husband is hopeful.
I mean, no, your husband is not hopeful of Mikel Arteta. He's hopeful of Arsenal.
He said that this is what they want to see. That if you see me and I go to bed with this, I wake up with this. That's why I need them to succeed. So that my home can.
Their home can be peaceful.
My goodness, he's like that is what they want to see. That the thing about the Arsenal fans is that they just want to see progress. They know it will not happen in one day, but let him show them. They're not settling for that.
No, that's an Arsenal fan. Look, tomorrow, if they hired us on the radio, they'll say the thing. That's how Arsenal fans are. They're always very hopeful and prayerful. They will make very good husbands. Very good.
No,
husbands.
the way he is. Maybe that's one of the criteria one should ask for in a husband.
An
Must be
Arsenal fan.
Arsenal fan.
Yes, that's what I'm.
Because
So
he's gotta
yeah.
be loyal.
So please, if you
Loyal.
have Arsenal fans that are single, you understand? Give them my
Take
number.
her ahead.
Tell them to come into mine. My number is not
Val, what
not
is-
8 not.
Not.
You can decipher the rest later.
Oh my days! No. Arsenal, we don't want Arsene Wenger again. No.
If you should,
That's like Nigeria that will
look,
be going back.
so you can no,
That's
you
not
either
like
have
an
you
Nigerian
either, you either
system.
have Arsene Wenger or you have World Cup in 2 years. Which one do you want? Pick one.
No. Let me look for another team. Let me see which team is in. Let's go and coach Barcelona.
No, Barcelona is fine with Coman and
No,
they're
who's
doing
the best
well.
team? Is it Real Madrid? Who is one that they're having issues? Who is Real Madrid's coach?
Ancelotti. So
Oh no,
and
okay,
they're
in
good.
Barcelona. They just put Coman. Coman just got the Barcelona job, didn't he?
Last
there was one that
season.
was ahead.
No,
There was
but
one that was
but
giving
he's
you
doing well.
stress. That's what I'm saying. I thought it was still there.
No, okay. No, that one was fired since.
Yeah.
I fired him since. So you give us a Wenger job or World Cup in 2 years. Which one? Which one?
we'll get back.
Okay.
That's right. It's with Valentine
And
and
Ayomayo Essay.
on the Smooth Breakfast Show, and it's time for the Locker Room 981. So Tega is definitely in the house.
Yes, please. Cruz here on WhatsApp says, I don't research Lewis, so that's the Tega effect. So before the break, if you didn't catch that conversation, we were just going back and forth on Lewis Hamilton's birthday. That apparently is Ayo's birthday mate.
Yeah.
So, alas, yesterday she reminded
I
us
was born in
4 months
January.
ago.
No wonder I never buy you birthday presents. That's a very bad month to be born in. I don't have money for birthday
I can't
presents.
even argue that. If you'd like to share your thoughts with us, 0809 444 0981 is the number to send your message to. And on YouTube, we're there. So YouTube family always get the gist behind the scenes. If you missed it, sorry. So FIFA will reveal more details tomorrow on Thursday about its plans to hold a World Cup final every 2 years. Some of the most famous former players and coaches in the game are meeting FIFA Global Head of Football Development, guess who? Arsene Wenger, in Qatar over the next 2 days to listen to his plans for the future of football. Speaking to French newspaper L'Equipe last week, Wenger said there would not be more games under his plans and players would be guaranteed at least 25 rest days every summer. Players would also spend more time at their clubs because there would only be a maximum block of 2 qualifying match periods every year.
Okay, so that's what's tricky. So when you say Arsene Wenger, like I said, Arsene Wenger is a professor of the game, so he's but he understands the game and he understands the need for he understands player fatigue and the need for players rest and spending time with the family. However, let me give you the facts. FIFA doesn't have any other property that brings in revenue. Their FIFA Club World Cup doesn't really sell like that. It's not like UEFA Champions League that has money coming in every year from the Champions League. FIFA is World Cup that really brings money for FIFA. That's where they really make their deal. So now they're trying to get the revenue to come in every 2 years. I think they could have been a little more creative with other things, maybe with their World Cup qualifiers, but they're trying to now get more money every year, and that's just ridiculous. And so Arsene Wenger is planning this qualifier where they have only 2 blocks of qualifying. Now, what that means is that an Azerbaijan can qualify for World Cup. Do I want to go to World Cup to watch Azerbaijan? I'm sorry. because the way it is going to be, Azerbaijan, ironically, they're just replaying their match against Portugal on TV. So it's going to be, how do you do just 2 blocks of qualifying for the FIFA World Cup? How do you plan that? So I want to hear what he has to say on Thursday before I completely disregard this. But World Cup every 2 years either means more games, or a crazy draw.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't understand how he's going to work this magic. But we wait till tomorrow to hear it. But what's most important is that Arsenal, this is your fault. Again, you have messed up football for everybody.
Tayo says Wenger needs a real job like supervising drills, club management, and handling pressure. All these economics and technicalities from his FIFA position is not it. Arsenal needs a coach. Let him apply. So Tega said something while we're off air in the halftime. That's the real locker room. When we're in the locker room halftime, she said that. Do you think that since Ronaldo has made a comeback to Man U, we should have another big comeback with Wenger?
Yes, now the return of the legends.
Or the return of the legends.
I'm sorry, the sound is still echoing in my head. Wenger out, Wenger out. I remember when you guys kept saying that.
Okay, let's take some. Look, who's with me? Let's take some phone calls.
I agree.
Since we are returning the legends, let's take some phone calls now.
01448991. And Ramsin says that because I'm a gunner, it's so sad and pathetic.
Ayo is not a gunner. She's just.
No, I might. He's gonna by marriage.
She's just gone.
She's a gunner by marriage.
I'm a gunner by marriage.
She has no
I have
choice.
no choice in the matter.
On Saturday like this, she'll either be hugging. Okay, they're playing against Norwich, so they may win.
Don't say that.
I know. I said so they may win because they lost to Brentford, so they can lose to Norwich. That May is in capital letters. So she either be celebrating on Saturday or she be crying.
Or she'll be petting somebody.
On YouTube, they've come. Okay, they have a phone. Raphael says, "Una too they tackle Arsenal, but the season will be different."
Hello?
You know them. Good
morning.
morning. What's your name?
Good morning. What's your name, please? All right, Ronson, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, come back to Arsenal.
Doesn't make sense, yo. Why would he come back?
So you,
Hello, Tega.
yeah, I can hear
go
you.
ahead.
I said this qualification, they've done it before now. It was done in 2014, do you remember?
Yes, Ronson.
This is not the first time anyway.
All right, Monty. Thank you so much. All right, have a lovely day.
I didn't get that part.
Me neither. I'm trying to understand. All right, so leave
Tayo.
Arsenal alone. Dapo says, I know call. Ayo, you're gonna.
Tayo says, as I live and breathe, it's the battle of relegation between Norwich and Arsenal. Is that how the mighty are playing?
Tayo, off your mic.
Stop
His
it.
mic.
Stop
loud.
it.
Stop it.
Stop
It's
it.
too loud. Let's
All
take
right.
more stories. Erling Haaland and Memphis Depay scored hat tricks as Norway and the Netherlands cruised to handsome World Cup qualifying victories on Tuesday. Haaland starred as Norway thrashed Minnows Gibraltar, netted 3 times in Oslo, or also with Christian Thorsvedt and Alexander Solot completing the 5-1 route. Now, in Amsterdam, Memphis stole the show as his treble inspired the Netherlands to a 6-1 demolition of Turkey.
Yes, huge one for Memphis Depay. Just getting back into form, then moving to Barcelona and being forced to perform. Because when you move to Barcelona when Messi leaves, you better start working on water. That's just what the fans expect from you. But he's in great form. He's always been talented. The question wasn't necessarily his talent as much as it was his consistency and his discipline. And so he's worked on that after the failure after the initial failure. So he's back and saying, you know what, I can perform, and that's what he's doing.
All right. We
Hello?
have a phone call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hi, Bukun. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think this World Cup that they're planning every 2 years, I don't know how you're going to do it because we're not even talking about, we have the Europa Nations League or something like that.
Yeah.
Then we have UEFA, their own continental competition. Then you have the AFCON.
Yes.
And all these other continents have their own tournaments, which they want to arrange based on the fact that the World Cup is every 4 years. So I think, yes, when I should go back to Arsenal, Papa just came back. Solskjaer came back. Lampard came back. Even Lukaku came back.
You understand?
Lampard come back. So then Arsenal receive that. Even the names are similar. Arsenal.
Thank you, Buku.
All right. Thank you,
It's possible
Bukun.
that's why a lot of people actually.
Yes,
allow
as I
this
was talking about Memphis Depay just scoring the goals and doing one good one for the Dutch. But on the other hand, they don't call him the striking Viking for nothing. Erling Haaland, amazing player. Look, he's not the most. I mean, if you look at him physically, he's huge. So you can't miss him in any 18-yard box.
Yeah.
However, athletically, he doesn't look like a threat. He doesn't look like he jogs. He doesn't look like he warms up. He doesn't even look like he eats vegetables. But here he is bullying defenders and just getting the ball in the back of the net. And it would be amazing if Real Madrid could get an Erling Haaland and an Mbappe next season.
Wow.
I don't know how you do it. I know that they're inexperienced and I know that they need some leadership there. But if they have those two,
The opponents won't survive.
Oh,
I
who
don't know
needs
how you
leadership?
survive. I mean, if you have Mbappe and Haaland, Real Madrid will have to need some leadership in front. However,
Okay. I thought when you said leader, I just thought of who is looking for a coach. Let's send Arsene Wenger there.
no, but I mean, if you had those two, that's deadly weapon. But really great one for both of them.
All right, another phone call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, Dakbo. How are you today?
I'm okay.
All right, go ahead.
This phone call against every 5M. Way too much. I can't take it anymore. Leave Arsenal alone, please. We'll come back.
Why?
With regards to Arsene Wenger, he was a great coach. I think he's a little bit bored and he's trying to come up with new ideas. Whether or not those work, I don't know. I haven't seen what he's proposing. I can't see how the World Cup will come up every 2 years. I don't know how that will work. And on Arsenal, I think we'll get back.
Okay.
Good luck.
We didn't expect anything different.
Process where changes need to be made, and not just take patience. Because Arsene Wenger, with everything he did for Arsenal, the good things he did, he made a lot of mistakes as far as I'm concerned. I think way back as far as 2008, I'd always said Arsene Wenger needed to go because the players he brought into the club were not good enough. And we're paying the price for it today because they're on high salary, on high wages. No one wants them. So you can't bring in new players if you don't get rid of the existing ones. So
All right. Thank you, Dapo.
See why I say I want to marry Arsenal fan. People, look, that's my future ambition now. In fact, that's my only goal for the rest of the year.
Because what?
I don't want to work
Why?
again.
Because Arsenal fans have,
Yes.
have patience and long suffering.
Yes, and long
And
suffering.
they're loyal.
No, I don't know about you. I want patience and long
they are
suffering.
loyal.
Because
I am married to an Arsenal
No,
fan.
but alas, sometime you were an Arsenal fan, and then now you
I'm not
hopped from
loyal.
Arsenal to Man City to Tottenham.
she's not an Arsenal fan.
Oh.
She just married to
I am,
one.
so just take it for
So
granted.
the
that
Arsenal
I am-
fan in her home has loyalty for two people.
Yes.
She's just
Because Arsenal doesn't have any
There's always
loyalty.
Arsenal in my blood.
Let's
Just
take
know
this
that.
one. Emeka from Amo says it's incredible that at 28 years, Musa has reached almost 100 caps for Nigeria. I'm sure that he's 35. When he's 35, he would have broken world record. Lastly, every two-year World Cup will mean cancelling the European Super League and making Nations Cup once every 4 years. It's human playing.
Exactly.
Humans playing, not robots.
Not robots. Dipe is in massive form, and I'm not liking it because I'm a Madrista.
There's Memphis to pay. Cruz says a Wenger that couldn't say no to the board while he was there. What do you want to do now? Anyhow, anyway, he's welcome. The banter will suit even more.
Oh my days. My Olumayo from Mole says, please let Arsene rest because he has tried for Arsenal. I love the fact that he's doing well in his FIFA role. Who said he's well? Okay, he is doing well. But...
Tyre says, long live Wenger and Arsenal. No banter is complete without them. Elias, trust the process.
Honestly. All right, thank you all very much for your comments,
Yes,
and we're looking forward to more. I can't wait for Friday's show. Actually, there are a number of things I'm waiting for reports on.
Yes,
because
so
I'm going to watch them through your eyes. But yes, and you know, you watch as well and come back on Friday and let's give that report during Locker Room 981. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you, Tega. Find out the work she does with Ladies in Sports at LIS International on social media. Stay tuned.
Sporting world never loses its action.
Thank you.
Because the game
thank
never
you.
Whoa, whoa.